Oh hi, this is Jana Manuelpillai for the Noble Sage Art Gallery. Hope you're doing good. I feel good. I just went for a run, so I'm feeling really great. I'm feeling energized as well because I know I'm going to be talking about this painting by Prafulla Mohanti. Now, I don't want to repeat myself. I've got about I don't know, about 35 artists in the collection, and so there's going to be repetitions. I've now done about, must be close to 30 insights on at lunchtime or whatever, 3 o'clock and now 5 o'clock. So I've done about 30, so there's going to be some repetitions, but I've never done this work before, and this is a work called Agni. Now, let me tell you a little bit about something that I get a lot. So a lot of people, when they come to the gallery, they're expecting, because I do South Asian contemporary art, they're expecting to see a lot of gold embossing and images of Ganesh or images of Krishna. They're looking for something normally representational, and they're surprised when they don't find that. Because I really don't buy, even though I'm Hindu myself, I don't buy a whole load of pictures of, I don't look for artists that are doing imagery such as images of Ganesh or Shiva and so on. The reason being is, number one, you can find that yourself. That's easy to find. If you go to India or go to Sri Lanka, or you can find those kind of images. What I look for is artists that can, that kind of cut deep to the center of what Hinduism is about. If I'm looking for something like that in that genre, I look for artists that can cut deep to the center of what Hinduism is about and say something new and interesting, new and innovative about the essence of that religion and the rituals of that religion and that tradition, which is Hinduism. So I look for something different. Now, Raman is one exception who you will know. Raman is very traditional, but even then there is a lot of contemporary elements in Raman that make it interesting to me. He's as traditional as I go. Now, at the other extreme of the work that I would class as kind of Hindu inspired is this artist, Prafulla Mohanti. And Prafulla, as you will know from videos that I've done on his work or by reading about him, is interested in the circle, the kind of the spiritual, existential meaning of the circle. And that's because it relates to, as a child, he was given that to draw, most of all, 3 circles, one after the other, the Trimurti, Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, and Shiva. So Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. These 3 divine circles that he would draw over and over again as a child. And that became, many decades on, the focus of his art, such as this work here, which is, as you can see, a circle. Now, what is he doing? I wanted to tell you something new about his work. So what is he doing in his work? Well, he would describe, when I talked to him about it, he would describe the empty canvas, and that's the empty canvas there, the empty canvas as the shunya, which in Hindi, the Hindi word shunya, which means devoid, the void of existence. So even though that sounds negative, it really is the substance or the material of everything. It kind of almost sounds like some like Buddha kind of idea of everything having deeper meaning that is infinite when you look at it. Us, animals, plants, nature, everything around us being infinitely made of this void, shunya. And what he would say, what Prafulla would say, is that when he paints a circle, he's articulating that void. So that void is the canvas, and he's articulating the shunya by painting on it. And that relates also to his performative element when he dances in front of these works. He's further articulating it. So the first articulation happens there, in the painting, and the second is with himself. This work is called Agni. Agni is a Sanskrit word that relates to the Vedic god of fire, Agni, so which must relate to the word ignite and ignition, which is to ignite something with fire. So Agni is, so why is it called, how does that relate to the picture? Well, if you look at the centre here, it almost seems like a flame in the centre here, lighting up in the centre of this circle. So then the light being what is exuded around it. So why does this feel Hindu? Forgetting what I said, why does this feel Hindu to me? Well, it reminds me of the bindi, the circle and the bindi, which is in the middle of women's foreheads. It reminds me of the lamp that we would see in the temple that is moved around in a circle in front of the deity to worship during rituals or pujas. It reminds me of so many things. It reminds me of kind of the Om, the first word, the letter of the alphabet that is the beginning of all existence. It brings all those three things together into the simplified, quite abstract, tantric shape. So when I look at this, it's like going to temple. It's not like a normal art experience. That's not what Prafulla wants for this. He wants people to look at it and feel a almost spiritual connection with this work. And that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're Hindu or not. I just saying this because I'm Hindu, so that's what I get from it. I think everyone will get something different. Anyway, I hope you enjoy that work. It's our normal 5 o'clock Arts Insight, Noble Sage Tea Time TV. Please join us again on Monday when we resume. 5 o'clock every weekday, we'll be looking at another work from the collection. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to leave you with this work just for a few moments to take it in. Thank you.